Hey everybody, welcome to the first installment of Water Cooler Conversations, where we entrepreneurs get together around a virtual water cooler and just talk and share and learn from each other about the joys and the challenges and just all the things that go on when being an entrepreneur, right? Because one of the things you lose when you're running your own business that you had when you were at corporate was that water cooler. Was that place where you could gather and just share your stories or share your challenges or whatever was going on for you that day and push through it. But as business owners, I don't know about you, but I'm stuck in my office, which is across from my bedroom, right? I don't have a water cooler. I don't have a place to go. So I wanted to create a space where I could come and share and potentially even bring on guests who could share tips and tricks and stories and insight, things to lift you up and make you know that you are not alone, or your path is certainly not, you're not the only one experiencing some of the things and some of the joys and some of the learnings that come with being an entrepreneur. So my name is Jocelyn Mozak. I myself am a WordPress agency owner in addition to being a speaker. I'm also a wife, I'm a mother, I've got a lot going on, as do all of us. And I specifically work a lot with women entrepreneurs because we all have a lot of the same stuff we're juggling. And today what I wanted to share with you is just some tips about how you can push through fear, and when you feel that fear, how to push through and do it anyways. Now, two of you will know that this is not my first take of this video because I started it about 2 minutes ago max, and halfway through I panicked and killed it. So I feel fear too, and I am showing up, pushing through and facing it, my fears anyways. And this ties into my number one point of 3 of how to push through these fears. We all know what we should be doing. We all know what we want to be doing. But why is it we sit right on that edge, right? Sit on that ledge and we're like, how do I get over it? And one of the biggest ways, yes, you're right, Marsha, I'm showing up. One of the biggest ways to get over that fear is to remember your why. Why am I doing this? Because the fear is kind of all about how am I feeling? And it keeps me stuck and tight. But when I think about why am I doing it, whether it be a project I'm working on that I don't feel like, when I reflect on how is my work making an impact on this client, suddenly I'm more inclined to show up. And suddenly when it's not about me, I show up. So why am I here on a take 2, even though I'm embarrassed, I freaked and canceled the take 1? Because I remembered my why. And my why for doing this is because I know I personally have felt a lot of isolation being a business owner, and I crave, one of my core values is impact and sort of communication and connection with people. And I know when I see lives from people that I follow, it's like a brightness in my day. It's like, oh, my friends are online. What do they have to say? And so my why is to do that and to be that to others, to give back. So that's my first way of getting through my fear, and what got me coming back onto you today after I went, oops, and wanted to hide. The next way to help get through your fear is to get support. Another reason I'm doing this right now has to do with my EFT coach, Jackie. Jackie McDonald just went through a tapping session with me, and not only through tapping did she help me gain clarity and confidence, she also, through accountability, said, I'm going to be there for you. If you stumble, I will catch you and I will help you continue to push through this fear and to get there. So support is key when you're at that point and you can't seem to get past it. And then my third point I would say about how to, push through fear and sort of just do it anyways is another thing actually from Jackie. She uses the term imperfect action, which I just love because it's so easy, especially if it's something you want to do. You build up this wall of wanting to do it right and it needs to be perfect. And so you sit there just like, but what if I do it and I break out and, want to run away? How can I, push through this fear? And one of the things to remember with imperfect action is it's still action. Even if you're 80%, you're still more than 0. Heck, even 10% is more than 0. And the only way you get towards that perfect action that you want to take is by taking those incremental imperfect actions. And so that is how I am showing up to you today. And those are the 3 things. If you are facing anything where you really, really either need to get this done, want to get it done, but you're stuck, I would say reflect on why it is, what this thing is so important in this world to you and your core values. Who can you get? It may just simply be a friend that holds you accountable. Who can you get to help you get gently shoved over that ledge? And can you consider being okay with imperfect action, knowing that any action is perfect? So that's what I'm sharing with you today. I've got a whole collection of other ideas. I'm hoping to jump on for these short things and eventually bring on guests on, so other business owners can share their stories, because Lord knows we all learn from each other in community. And if you have any ways you've kind of pushed yourself through fears, I'd love to hear your tips. And, you know, if you're struggling with any, maybe share, and maybe just kind of put in the comments, what is the thing that like you're on that edge that you'd like to have some help getting kind of pushed over, and just maybe reflect on if any of the things I mentioned might just help you do that. So with that, I will let you go. And it's a Friday as of the doing of this recording. So we got a great weekend coming up. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. And you can hopefully look forward to more water cooler conversations with me as I show up in my imperfect action, connecting with you guys, and just building this community. Yeah, same to you, Marcia. Building this community of entrepreneurs that are here to support each other. Bye-bye.